Spring is a time of abundance in the Nordic forests. There are a lot of treasures waiting to be found if you venture out into the woods. Suddenly, we've gone from endless waiting to a very busy time here in the north. The warmth has finally brought the growth season upon us, and in the forest, edible plants are growing fast, waiting to be picked and stored for the winter. There are two things I like to forage every spring. Wild herbs are my favorite, and nettle is one of them. It starts to grow usually in May and needs to be harvested young. You can dry the nettles, which is the easiest way to store them. Once the nettles have dried, you can make them into powder and store in a dry place at room temperature. You can use the nettle powder for baking, soups, pasta, anything you can think of. Another favorite of mine is spruce sprouts. They are the first spruce buds that the tree grows, and they are the superfood of Nordic forests. These are best foraged from a deep forest also. Spruce sprouts are full of vitamin C and help alleviating respiratory ailments. You can freeze dry them or use them raw in a salad or as tea. The scent and taste of them is so good, and it feels like you're eating a piece of the forest. I really love them. Spruce sprouts have to be gathered young as well, before they turn a darker green. Another thing I've been doing this week is carrying the seedlings into the greenhouse every morning and bringing them back inside for the night. The night can be still too cold and the temperatures shift quickly here. Some of the seedlings grow really well, while others not so well. None of the strawberry seeds I planted have grown, while the zucchini is bursting out of the containers. Hello, how has your May been? Spring is finally here as well, and it's been so nice seeing all the plants and wild herbs and everything growing. And today I came to see if I could find some wild lilacs. I really love them, and I've been dreaming of maybe planting some of those to the garden and have these wonderful treats in the garden as well. But I haven't been able to find any here. I see them in people's, yards near their houses, but there's no way you can go there. So I've been trying to find wild ones in the forest. I don't know, I just really love this time of year when everything is starting to grow so rapidly, and we suddenly went from -Celsius nights to 10 Celsius at night, and now it's been almost 20 Celsius at the daytime, and I just so happy and relieved somehow, because all the light and the colors and the scent and everything, it feels so amazing walking on the field and seeing all these wildflowers and gathering nettles and spruce sprouts, and soon the blueberries will start to grow, and there are just so many things I love here in the Nordic forests. And somehow it's kind of strange that people don't use these treasures in the forest so much anymore. When I was a child, we would always go to the forest and pick so many berries that they would last for the whole winter. And now when I go picking berries, most of the time I find myself alone, always picking them. And somehow there's this, that people are somehow afraid of going to the forest, of the snakes and bees and stuff, and there's nothing to be afraid of. And we need nature, and I think it's important to feel at home where you live and in the nature that surrounds you, and it gives so much energy and so much inner peace and wisdom and this kind of tranquility when you just walk there and you search for stuff and bring them home and eat a part of the forest, and you know, there's just this kind of continuation in it that I really like. And I think especially now with today's society, we really need the balance, and nature gives that balance for free. All you have to do is get out of the house and, you know, go to the forest. And yeah, that's one of the reasons I love having a dog, because they make you go outside. You can't just stay inside, because, you know, they need the nature and as much as we do. And yeah, I could just sit here if I could. It's been crazy this spring. We've had so much work and so many new things, and with the house, and with my husband's work, and trying to build a business, and, you know, somehow it feels like you're juggling all these balls and wear so many hats that you can, at the end of the day, your head is spinning. And that's why I really make the effort to come here and, you know, just ground myself and listen and just be, because there's so many things you need to take care of, so many things you need to do, so many roles you need to keep, and it feels liberating sometimes just to be, you know, be yourself, not anything else. And I think in nature we can do that. There's no one judging you here or saying what you have to be or how you have to look to be here, or, you know, you can just be. And I think that's why it's so good for your health and your well-being. And, you know, and then when you get this energy from the forest, you can go back to work and back to your family and friends, and, you know, give back the energy you received. And that's what I think life is about. It's about circulating energy. It's about creating and giving and receiving. And, you know, yeah, that's why I think it's beautiful living here in this life, even with all the struggles and all the worries and everything around the world, and, you know, so many problems. But when you pause and you listen, you kind of see those problems in a different kind of light. And but I'm wishing you a wonderful beginning of summer, and soon it will be warm, and hopefully we'll get some vegetables and fruits and, you know, all the things to eat. But I'm wishing you a wonderful spring, the end of spring and early summer, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye bye. Nani,